This is Spreaker Web Radio.
We're live, and we're going to set up the plugs real quick, the links. So give us about a minute, and we will be getting going. Well, I got to put up the link to the site. Alright. I had a music going, but I had music going, but it did not. I couldn't find it in my archive. There we go, radio. All the way. So basically, I'm cheating out all my wrestling people to this show. So, oh shit, not the title. Now let's get on YouTube and we can play this. Redirect. What do we want to listen to? Let's listen to a sale. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know who that is. It's off Sons of Anarchy. Publish. Let's get it.
At www.spreaker.com, create your own radio show and find thousands of exclusive radio channels.
We are live. Can you even hear that? Okay. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan, it's season 2, man. It is season 2. I'm ecstatic. How we doing today?
Doing pretty good. It's
Good.
been a long time.
It's been a really long time, man. I don't think we've done this show since May? Before then?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's been several months, that's for sure.
No doubt. Alright, link. I'm still trying to do the links here, people. I've been behind. I had to reconfigure my my computer. And so Dylan, let's get into the YouTube rant real quick so we can knock that out of the way. As many of y'all know, I have a YouTube channel, and it got taken down because I don't really know why. They just they just took it down. I went in there, logged in one day, and it was gone. And I was really mad, to be honest with you. And that's what happened. And so I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna do YouTube no more. I'm gonna go straight just podcast. And then I thought, well, why do a podcast? Let's do a radio show. Let's do a live radio show, nothing planned. And let's just do it. So that's what we're doing. Season 2, episode 1. And hopefully we can get this done. Still trying to put up links. Let's get into it. Hey, this is live radio. Anything and everything will happen. And let's get into the first subject. Now, Dylan, did you hear about Chad Johnson?
Hear about who?
Exactly. Chad Johnson is a NFL Pro Bowl wide receiver. He's played for the Bengals. He played for the Patriots last year, and then he played for the Dolphins this year, beginning of training camp. Well, what happened was his wife called the cops on him.
Really?
They got in an argument, and apparently and allegedly he headbutted her. Ouch. That had to hurt. Now, me and you can agree on this both, and a lot of people can. Hitting women is wrong. And don't you agree?
For the most part.
For the most part. Okay, well, my co-host is a little different. So Chad Johnson, formerly known as Ocho Cinco, he lost his job. He got fired with because of it from the Dolphins.
Really?
Yeah. They cut him 24 hours after he got out. Well, the wife of him, they've only been together married for 6 weeks, by the way. Now, the reason all this started, would you like to give a guess?
I have no idea.
Because a multi-millionaire was stupid enough to leave behind a receipt for condoms in his vehicle. She found them, obviously upset, and they went at it. Now, is that smart of Mr. Chad Ocho Cinco to do that, Bill?
No. You think you just keep the wrapper in the bag and just throw it all away, or you keep it in the box or something. If you're gonna cheat, I mean, really, come on, bro.
And
what are you doing? First of all, why are you even cheating on your wife? If you just married her, it's only been 6 weeks. It can't be that unbearable.
It's all allegedly, but he does have a past of domestic violence.
Just headbutt someone. Can you imagine me and you getting hours? Fuck you, boom.
By the way, there is no censorship of this show, as Dylan just pointed out.
Excuse my French.
Hey, it's live radio. So, here's my thing. You're a multi-millionaire. Why would you yourself risk going in and buying condoms when you know he has someone willing to go buy condoms for him? Am I right? I mean, you would think someone would go in there and buy it for him if he asked. Don't you think, Bill?
Maybe, but it'd probably be easier and more discreet just to do it yourself.
Well,
I mean, it's not like he's trying to. I mean, sure, maybe if he's trying to cheat on his wife, he's trying to hide it from her, but it's not like she's going to go in there and somebody's going to recognize and go, he's buying condoms, sell to the tabloid.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, why would you risk being caught cheating on your wife, especially if you're that high of a profile of a player? You know what I mean? It's Chad Ocho Cinco. Everyone knows him. He's Mr. Twitter. He's Mr. YouTube, and he's Mr. Facebook. He is Mr. Social Media. And I kind of feel bad for him now. I don't feel bad for him hitting his wife, but here's the thing. Get this. All this went down Saturday night, early Sunday morning. So probably around 11, midnight. He gets out Sunday morning. He gets fired by the Dolphins Monday. Then his wife files for divorce on Tuesday. So let's just say I hope Mr. Johnson's having a good Wednesday, because the last 3 days has been a living hell for him.
Oh, let's break this down. Do you really expect her to stay with him after he had left her?
Well, when I first heard this first story, I thought, okay, why would you headbutt someone? Then I thought, well, maybe they were arguing, and they got in each other's face. and they kind of bumped heads.
Okay, I could see that happening, honestly. Like, getting in somebody's face, it can happen. I just don't see the whole cock back, whoop bam headbutt. That's just crazy.
Now, let's run down some of his stats. He's only 34 years old. He was a second-round draft pick in the 2001 draft. He got drafted by the Bengals. He was there for 9 years. Went to the Patriots in 2011. Was in the Miami Dolphins organization in 2012. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time All-Pro. Now, I know all these things I'm naming off. You probably don't have a clue what I'm talking about.
No, I do.
Now,
I have one question. Did he get cut from the Dolphins because of this little thing
yes,
that happened?
yes.
I think that's stupid. That has nothing to do with his football career. I mean,
Well,
that has nothing to do with his ability to play football. Why should he get fired? Sure, it might look kind of bad, but on him, not necessarily on the team.
well, I'm glad you brought that up because let's get into the mind of Mr. Chad Johnson. Now I'm going to put this on the keyboard, and hopefully you can hear me. He is a troublemaker. He makes a lot of trouble in the locker room. A lot of people don't like him. Now, in 2010, he was a 1,000-yard receiver, which is really, really good in football standards, if you know this. Now, in 2011, he only caught. Let's pull this up real quick because I'm talking about this. Okay, 2011, he caught 15 balls. He only got 276 worth of yards and 1 TD. The year before, well, not the year before, but in 2009, he had 72 receptions, 1,000 yards, and 9 TDs. So he's kind of degrading, okay? He's not the best wide receiver as of late. So you throw that in, that he's kind of dwelling and he's kind of, age is catching up with him. And so you have that. Then you have the problems off the field. You know, he's very charismatic. He likes to get in trouble a lot. So there's a lot of reasons I think he got cut, but the main reason is because of off the field issues. Like you said earlier, it's wrong though that he got cut right after 24 hours, which I do too. But hey, man, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah, they may have been planning to cut him anyway. It's just, it just happened.
No.
Like that can happen.
They weren't planning on cutting him. He was their number one receiver. But here's another thing is they have a new coach this year. They are rebuilding. So maybe the coach thought, man, he's causing trouble, and you need to put in your management right now, and you need to set the tone. You know what I mean? Of no one crosses the boss, and I think that's the reason they cut him. So who knows? Now I do want to get your opinion on. I guess you already answered one, that should he have been cutted? You said yes. Now, I'm not for sure if you know all this information, but what do you think he's going to be looking at from the criminal side?
I mean, just a domestic abuse, it could probably just be standard assault battery. Of course, since he's a public figure, they may throw the book at him. But I don't think, if the charges go through, I doubt he'll probably just get a fine, or if he is locked away for this, I don't think he'll get too much time. Probably just slap a fine on him and they'll talk it out or something.
Well, see, usually celebrities that get arrested, they kind of don't give them everything they could, because they're a celebrity. Usually. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be in this case, but it could be.
Sometimes they're easy on them because they're celebrities, and sometimes because they're celebrities, they'll throw the book at them.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Well, we spent about 12, 13 minutes on here. Now, here's another thing which I think you'll have a lot to say. Now, me and him's already talked about it, but since it's the first episode back. I don't want to get all in football talk and a rant. So we're going to change it up real quick as we usually do. Now, Dylan, since it's live, I just thought about this when I was setting up the show. It's such a big ordeal, and it's still going on, that I just wanted to get our opinions out. The Dark Knight shooting.
Oh,
yeah. If you're not aware of, the night before the midnight premiere that they had, where you had to pay extra tickets. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm going to look up the latest. But you know what? Can you fill them in on what happened?
well, I think, the basic rundown, I'm sure most people have heard about. They went to go see Batman at midnight, Most people like Batman. They go see it. And some crazy dude comes in. He's all armored up. And he throws out tear gas and starts just shooting people up.
Okay. So basically, this is what the full story went down. Dylan did a very good job, so thank you. They were in Colorado. There was basically, he was in the theater. He went out the side door, the side exit door, and what he did was he put all of his gear on. He left the door open, and he walked back behind the audience. Usually behind the seats is where you enter, and there's like a little bitty hallway that you go out, and that's where he got ready. Basically, he just walked in, got ready, and then went. And the AR-15, had a 12 gauge shotgun, and he had a Glock pistol, a 9mm, and basically what happened was he looked like the Joker. He had orange hair, tried to be like him. They think he was hooked on prescription painkillers. He had a booby trap set to kill anybody that comes in his apartment because his radio was going. His name is, of course, James Holmes. He'll go down to history. He's 24 years old. He dropped out of a science PhD at the University of Colorado. He injured 58 people. He killed 12. And he had 6,000 rounds of ammo, which is insane.
Quite a bit to be lugging around.
Well, no. I'm not saying he carried around the rounds. He had it in the car. He had two Glock pistols in the car, and he walked in with a shotgun and an AR-15, or he had the shotgun in his car. But he shot everybody with AR-15. And this is just absolutely crazy. And everyone was excited about this movie. Someone's calling. Cassidy's calling. Live radio people, you never know what's going to happen. So, The Dark Knight was a huge movie premiering. Agree?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Just chip in whenever you want, Dill. So, it was a horrible thing. He arrested in a not man quality. He didn't shoot out with the cops. He just put his hands up. Now, the defensatory staff team, whatever you want to call. I got another call coming. Oh shit, my mom. Anyway, no, I'll just let it go. Basically shot up everybody, and they think he's insane and all that. So basically, that's what happened. Give us your last thoughts because I got to go.
Okay. Well, I was going to talk about. I actually saw something on it. I believe it's Crime Time 2020, but they interviewed the victims, and they said one of the major things is they didn't want him to be all publicized because a lot of past massacres like Columbine and all that, their faces were everywhere. So the victims just couldn't go anywhere without seeing that man who killed their family members everywhere. So they're trying not to make him all public and famous for something horrible he did. That way, for one, the victims don't have to look around and see the face of this man who took everything away from them.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. That's gonna do it, y'all. It's about a 20-minute show. Went by fast. We're not going back to our hour-long ones, but I gotta cut it about 10 minutes early. Wednesdays, 3:15 Central Time, 4:15 Eastern Time, 2:15 Pacific Time. right here on the site, Spreaker.com. If you're listening to the podcast, thank you very much. So anyway, Alternative News Talk, Episode 1, Season 2 is done. We'll be back next Wednesday. Check us out. And that's what's going on. We'll see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good week.